Jambo Jambo viewers, thank you for keeping tuned to my channel. Just like Mahatma Gandhi said, my life is my message. This is the topic of today. My life is my message. What you do to your people, what you do to your friends, that is what they will remember you with. It's not what you said. So actions speak better. And my subject of today is a guy called Bob, who was a practical joker. And when he was in Tanzania, he played a practical joke on his friends and they didn't like it. One evening, he took, in the confines of his tent, he had this guidebook, animal guidebook, and from the book, he used his camera and zoomed in to a picture of these lions that were struggling to bring down a buffalo. He took down that picture and he made sure that the corners were all out of the picture so that it looked real. So when they came together for dinner one evening, he sat on a table with his friends, the friends that were not with him in the same car during the day. So he sat there and they are talking about how the day went, what they saw, what was your highlight. And Bob said, "Oh, what happened? Where were you? Look at what we saw. These lions took like 1 hour bringing down this buffalo. We tried calling you on radio and nobody was responding. Didn't you? You saw nothing. You are very unlucky. We had good karma. We saw, this is what we saw." They could not believe. They looked at the pictures. It looked real. The lions on a buffalo. I have been a guide for more than 26 years. I've never seen lions bring down a buffalo. But some people have done it. I hope that one day I will see it too. So these guests were like, "Oh, how lucky are you? You must be happy. Tomorrow you must be the lucky guy. Tomorrow we'll go in your car. We'll make sure, because we think you are the one carrying the good karma. We'll stick with you in the same car so that we can get to enjoy." Later on, after dinner, when the dinner was over, Bob said to his friends, "My friends, I'm sorry. This is where I got the picture." He had the guidebook with him and he opened this page with the lions on the buffalo, and his friends felt cheated. They didn't like that practical joke at all. So when they left Tanzania, they came to Kenya. We picked them up. It was myself, Preston, and Lazarus. We picked them from the border town. We went to Amboseli. For 3 nights, we drove up to Nairobi. We went to Mount Kenya. Finally, we ended up in Samburu, in the northern part of Kenya. And the first afternoon in Samburu, the tour leader, it was a couple, a gentleman and a lady. The lady came to us, to myself, Preston, and Lazarus, and she said, "When we were in Tanzania, one of us, Bob, played a practical joke that didn't go well with us. Is there a way we can plan for something to hit back? We need to revenge. We need to give him what he deserves." And we said, "Who is Bob in the group?" And this lady said, "Bob is my husband. He is a practical joker, and this is what he did." So he explained She explained what Bob had done in Tanzania. And we said to this lady, you have to assure us that what we are going to do is not going to offend Bob, your husband. And she said, Stanley, you do not have to worry about it. I am in charge. I am in charge of the group. I am in charge of Bob. So let's do it. So after lunch, we went into the guide's quarters and we came up with a plan. So when we met at 3:30 for the afternoon game drive, we already had a plan in place. And this lady asked us, guys, is the plan okay? Have you come up with something? We said, it's perfect. Just sit down, relax, and wait. So what happened? We made sure that Bob was going to be in my vehicle. We had 3 vehicles. So Preston left first with 6 guests. They were 18. They were not photographers this time. Then the second vehicle, it was with Lazarus. They left. I was the last one to leave the camp. Almost 4 o'clock. It was like 5 minutes in between. And after 15-20 minutes of driving in Samburu, which is normally very, very hot, the tops are open, everybody have their hats, you know, the big hats, to keep the sun away from hitting your face, otherwise you get roasted in Samburu. So we are driving, and Preston calls on the radio. He says, Lazarus, Stanley, where are you? I picked the radio and Preston says, please come quickly to this corner. You know that Klipspringer corner towards the bridge? I'm there. And just very close to me, we have this cheetah that is struggling to bring down this gerenuk. A gerenuk is an antelope that is found in Samburu. It's got a very long neck, very thin, long legs. At a distance, it looks like a baby giraffe. In fact, the word gerenuk is a Somali word that means a giraffe antelope, a long-necked antelope. So I said, we are coming. I told my guests, normally when you have a hint of something, you let your guests know that this is happening, and if we do not get there quickly enough, we might miss it. So you let them know. So I let them know. They sat down, and it was pedal to the metal, and we drove quickly towards this place. And we get to this place. Already, Preston is there and Lazarus is there, and they have repositioned the yaka. Everybody is out through the open roof hatches. They are all with their small cameras and binoculars. They are focusing on this bush that was about 3 o'clock on the right side, because we use the clock to tell directions. 12 o'clock is always like the side, the direction the vehicle is facing. So where the vehicle is facing is 12 o'clock. Then you start from there, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So he said, look at 3 o'clock. There is this, oh, I looked down and immediately I spotted the cheetah and the gerenuk that was struggling. This was a big gerenuk, and the cheetah was not very strong. Cheetahs are not very strong. They are the weaker cats. And they're still struggling. There is a dust storm in my mind. And everybody else in my vehicle, they saw it. As soon as I saw it, everybody said, oh, please, quiet, quiet, quiet. Can you see it? Everybody is seeing it. Bob, who was sitting right behind me, did not see it. So he looked with his binoculars. There was nothing. He tapped me on my shoulder. Stanley, where is it? I said, please, don't make noise, don't make noise. Look to the right, Bob, Bob, look to the right of that bush, to the right, just behind the brown rock. The cheetah is right there with the Geranuk. The guests in the other vehicles and the guests in my car, all of them, they are taking, the flashes from the cameras were going. You could hear the sound of happiness from the cameras. All this time, Bob is changing from the binoculars to the camera. He takes his camera, he zooms in, he sees nothing. He drops his camera, picks the binoculars, he looks around, then he looks at his friends. They are all sweating and happy. They are whispering, oh, look at that, that's a nice one. Oh, my, I can't believe what I'm seeing. All this was going on. And Bob, this time he has seen nothing. He was turning from white to red. There was nothing he was seeing. So he looked at Bob. From my steering wheel, I tried to peep behind and look at Bob and see how red he was, and very disappointed because he was the only one that was not seeing the action. And I could not help crying. Tears of joy. They were just dripping from my cheeks. They were dripping on the steering wheel because I went on the steering wheel. Tears were just coming, and because this was nice. The guy that thought that he was a practical joker, he was seeing nothing. So this continued. I'm looking at Bob, I'm like, poor Bob was still up there. 5 minutes, nothing. And everybody else, other vehicles came because they thought we were seeing something. Vehicles from other companies, they came, they took their possessions, and everybody said, oh, don't make noise, you are going to disturb it. Please, let's be quiet, switch off your engines. So there was 6 cars there, and everybody is with their binoculars there. Finally, Bob's wife, the tour leader, was in Preston's car. She took the radio of the car, and she said, Bob, on the radio, Bob, Bob, we got you, Bob, we got you. Bob just dropped down. He collapsed on his seat. He looked at me. I thought he was going to shoot me. If his camera was a gun, he would have shot me. He looked at his friends and he said, were you all in this? Did you all know about this? And there was a big laughter in the car. People were clapping, people were enjoying, everybody was laughing. So that is what we gave Bob. I don't know why when you revenge, when tit for tat is applied to you, you don't like it. It's like stealing from a thief. They don't like it. Thieves, robbers, they like taking what we have earned over the years. They just want to go the easy way. But when something small is stolen from them, they don't like it. That's a true story. It happened in Samburu, and I will never forget about Bob. Thank you for watching. Keep tuned to this channel. Keep subscribing and sharing this so that together we can keep enjoying. See you in my next video, and stay safe. Thank you.